Yes, so the collaboration with ExcelR was an excellent one. We conducted a Power BI workshop with Advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives.
The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets.
So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me. So I would absolutely love it if ExcelR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
It was a great course and it started from basics and took me to a great extent.
The experience of the workshop was really nice. The feedback from all the students was positive. They understood the concept. The workshop was also practical based with some questions. The experience with ExcelR was very smooth. They helped us in conducting the workshop smoothly right from the booking of the vendor and deciding the course till the distribution of certificates. In overall, this workshop was a success during our Technical Fest Atmos, and I thank ExcelR for being a part of it.
was very much interested in learning digital marketing course for a very long period of time, but I don't get a proper platform. So later for my college, I get to know about ExcelR and I enrolled in ExcelR course. It was really good experience. Our course has been taken by Mayur sir, and he was very good teacher. He not only focusing on theory part, he is doing how real digital marketing works, and it was in total very good experience. I get so much of knowledge. Here they not only focusing on study, they are also conducting different exam to test our knowledge, and as we are giving the exam, so to appreciate our work, they give certificates for the toppers, and along with the certificate they give hampers. Thank you, ExcelR.
Recently, I was searching for digital marketing courses online in Google, and I came across ExcelR, and I attended a digital marketing course which was for 15 days. My mentor Mayur helped me for attending these classes. So he is a very informative and helpful guy. In the course end, there is a exam which I topped, so I came to the ExcelR office in Bengaluru. This digital marketing course has helped my career and my skills to develop, and the certificate has helped my company to join. Thank you, ExcelR.
I came to know about this course from my college. Actually, for learning platform, this is very nice, and I learned from here ChatGPT and AI from online. Because he's teaching for me for AI generative and ChatGPT. We are using this technology in more. And after finishing the courses, I came from for collecting the certificate. I seen the classrooms and faculties. Classroom is very nice. After the completion of exam, they will give gift and certificates. Thank you, ExcelR, for giving these courses. I learned a lot from this. I gained the more knowledge from here. And thank you for ExcelR for teaching us.
Hello guys, I'm Vikram Mahajan and I'm studying in Swami Vivekananda Institute of Technology College, and I came across a training program which was mobile app development using Flutter, which was given to us by ExcelR Solutions. I came across this program through my college faculty who told us about this program, that it is a very good course and you should enroll in this course. So I enrolled in this course, and initially I felt really good about this course because they started everything from a very basic point of view, that even if someone who doesn't know anything about Flutter or anything about mobile app development can also learn the same way the ones who know about it are learning. So no student was left behind and everyone was given equal attention. All the doubts throughout the course were cleared. And if we had any questions also, we were like, the trainer was also ready to stay for a longer time than it was scheduled, even for the sake of doubts. So that shows how important the students are to them. So it was a really good experience with ExcelR's program, and by the end of the training program, I was able to develop my own application. And through the development also, there was another point. So our sir taught us about how we can connect our own mobile phone to our laptop and write code in our laptop, and you can see the output in your phone. It was really creative and interesting for me. I felt really good about that. So in the end, I developed my own mobile application. I showed it to my mother. I showed it to my friends. I felt really good about it. So I would really suggest ExcelR. I would recommend it to all my friends to take courses from here, as they focus on the children, focus on the students, and they focus on what's necessary. That is, the students' doubts gets cleared and everything else. So today I came down to the ExcelR office to collect my certificate. So I got to know about what other courses ExcelR is offering. It included data analysis, data analyst, social media marketing, and full stack Java, and many more courses which were interesting, and they gave us an insight of how everything happens, and they take you through the course from the starting of the course to the end, and what next, that is placements as well. How you should be going into the interviews and how you should be approaching to companies, your resume building, and there were so many things which ExcelR is going to help you in, and they are ready to give you all the knowledge required even if you are a beginner. So I really felt good about this visit, and I would really recommend ExcelR to everyone who's listening to this, and also to all my friends, that I had a very good experience with ExcelR, and I would suggest you to experience the same. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Satish and I am from Swami Vivekananda Institute of Technology. I am here to share my experience about ExcelR program. I took part in the ExcelR program that was conducted in the last month about the mobile app development using Flutter. What I liked the most about this session was the trainer started from the scratch. That means even the beginner who don't know about the basics of the program, even they can learn the most from this program. It gave me hands-on experience by developing a project which was the final outcome. Thank you ExcelR for giving me this opportunity, and I would also recommend all my friends to take part in the ExcelR programs. Thank you.
Good morning, good evening, everyone. So please confirm me if my voice is audible. You can confirm in the chat box. Thank you so much. And also, I'm sharing my screen. Please confirm if it is visible. Thank you. Thank you so much for your confirmation. Okay, right. So in the previous session, so welcome back. First of all, welcome back to IoT sessions. We are at the end of this particular SDP of IoT on IoT Internet of Things. We will finish this particular SDP in a few more days. Okay, like 2 to 3 days. Okay. So now in today's session, we are trying to discuss about MQTT, and we'll just know how this MQTT is what we say connections is going to establish using some modules, because we used yesterday we used social media platforms like Telegram or WhatsApp, so to exchange the data, and here we are using a protocol. So this protocol is little bit good, and it is widely used in IoT applications, which is nothing but MQTT protocol. Okay, so we already discussed that. So we have a publish and subscribe uh, architecture will be used in this. Excuse me. Sorry. Publish and subscribe architecture is used. Okay. So in the similar fashion, we use this. We'll try to learn how this what we say MQTT protocol is used, and how we are going to implement this in our IoT applications. Okay. So there are a couple of MQTT thing, what we say, brokers are available. So, okay, let me explain you. I hope you aware of these particular brokers. Okay. So there are a couple of brokers are there, like Mosquito and Hive MQ. And there are some other brokers are there, but according to free versions, so you can use this Hive MQ and Mosquito broker to transfer these particular messages. So I'm using this Mosquito Eclipse Mosquito broker. Okay, from Eclipse Foundation. It is an open source MQTT broker. So I'm trying to implement this particular broker. Using this particular broker, we'll try to exchange the data, how to publish the data and how to receive the data. We'll try to use this particular what we say broker for our exchange of data. Okay, so let us see. So first of all, so what my intention is, I'll take one what we say ESP32 as publishing the data, and we'll go for one other ESP32 for subscribing that particular data. So if you remember the basic example which we discussed in initial classes, there will be some slave devices or master devices where the data will be exchanged from one end to other end. Similarly, if you want to exchange this particular data, so using this particular protocol, definitely we need to have two devices. Okay, two or more devices. Okay, so out of which one will be acting as a master device and another will be acting as a slave devices. So the master will communicate the data to the slave, and the slave will transfer the data to the master. Likewise, there we can have two slave devices, one master devices. So we'll try to explore this. Okay, very simple code, nothing much complicated. So using that, we can transfer the data of sensors data to the master devices, and the master device will use that for the processing and everything. Okay, so let us see one publish and one subscriber, nothing but one master and one slave. Okay, so let us work on this particular thing. So first of all, um, definitely we to coordinate with the broker, we need to have a Wi-Fi connection. So first of all, let me include a this Wi-Fi.h. So Wi-Fi.h. Okay. So because we need this particular Wi-Fi connection. Okay. So let me write the Wi-Fi program. Okay. We already wrote this. I hope you know about this. So from past couple of sessions, we are working on this. Let me note 9 Pro. Constant care pass. Okay. And we need to have Wi-Fi client. So I'm creating some client agent. So here let me create a little different. So every time we are creating the same client. So let me create like ESP client. So for a better understanding. Okay. So after that, coming back to the setup. Okay. So we all know. So if Wi-Fi dot status is not connected to any wireless connection. So what we need to do, serial dot println attempting to connect to Wi-Fi. So here we need to write a while loop so that it will connect. Okay, while of Wi-Fi dot status. Okay, so after that, Wi-Fi dot begin using SSID and password, and serial dot println like connecting. I'm giving a delay of some 5,000. If it is successfully connected, let me print a statement like Wi-Fi is connected. Got it? Just a Wi-Fi program. We already discussed about this. Okay, fine. Right. So now we need to include for this particular MQTT connection, we need to include a library called uh, pub sub client.h. Okay. For MQTT, we need to use this particular library, which is nothing but pub sub client. So this library, it is not pre-installed. We need to install it. So go to the library manager and search for this pub sub client. Okay. So here we need to install. I didn't install this. Okay, right. So we need to install Nick O Larry. This is a library which we need to install. I'm just installing this particular thing. Pub sub client. Okay. By Nick O Larry. Okay. So you can see this is successfully installed over here. Okay. So this library we need to install. Okay. And then these are the Wi-Fi credentials. Okay. So for this PubSub also we need to have some credentials like to which server you are going to connect. Okay, so I told you right, I am using this mosquito, Eclipse mosquito. I'm going to connect to this. So here you can see setting up your own mosquito instance is a quick and straightforward, but for adding convenience for run say test MQTT server at this particular thing test.mosquito.org, so which supports all these particular things. Okay, so I'm using this particular server. Okay, so here I'm storing that particular, so constant char, so mqtt underscore server. Okay, i'm I'm storing that test underscore mosquito dot org. Okay, so this is the server I'm trying to connect, and also I need to create a topic. So you know, right, what is the topic? Topic means, so just like our channel name, so we need to subscribe to that particular topic, so that whatever the data is publishing through that particular topic, the subscriber will receive that particular data. Am I right? I hope you are clear about it. So I'm creating a topic. Okay, so here for this particular ESP32, I am creating a topic like ESP32 test. Okay, this is my topic which I am going to create. Got it, guys? Clear? And next, after this, I'm trying to make a connection with this particular object which we created, ESP client. Okay, with this pub sub. So pub sub client. Okay, so I need to create an instance using client with ESP, the client which we created using Wi-Fi client. Okay, right? So just like in the previous year also we used, like in ThinkSpeak also we created an instant using that particular object. So similarly for PubSub client also we are creating a client using that particular Wi-Fi client object. Okay, and after that we are trying to establish Wi-Fi connection. So let me use a serial dot begin for the communication, serial communication. So we all know that, and also uh, so what I do is I need to connect to this particular server, right? So how to connect? So using the object. So set client dot set server. So this is the what we say method which we need to call using MQ sorry MQTT server and the port value. So 1883 is this is a port number. So through this particular port number, we are going to connect to that particular server. Okay. So first of all, here we are setting that particular server. Okay. Understood, guys? Clear? So nothing but first we wrote that Wi-Fi program, and after that, for this MQTT server, what I am doing, I am including a library called pub sub client. Okay, and for this I'm connecting to the server using test.mosquito.org. This is an open source, and I'm created a topic called as ESP32/test, and I created an object or method using Wi-Fi client and PubSub client, and using that Wi-Fi client ESP client I am trying to connect. Okay, so after that connecting to the server. Okay, MQTT, and using MQTT server and the port number. Okay, so next coming back to this loop statements. Okay, okay. So what I'm doing it to do is first of all I'm checking whether I connected to this particular Wi-Fi or not. Okay, fine. So here let me write a piece of code. Okay, so if client is connected, I say I am using a negation over here, which means that if it is not connected to that particular client, so what I need to do, I need to connect to that particular what we say client. Am I right? So how to connect that? Let me write it again. Let me write some statements over here. So I'm again here inside this, I'm writing a while loop because I need to connect to this particular client at any cost. So let me write. So the same logic which we are using in Wi-Fi program. Okay. So serial dot println. So attempting MQTT connection. Okay, I'm just displaying that. Okay. So if client dot connect, if suppose I connected to that particular device, which is nothing but ESP32 master. Okay, this is the master we say um topic which I'm about to create that. If it is successfully connected, then I'll print a message like what we say connected. Okay, got it? Don't get confused here. I'm trying to connect to that particular. So here this is a publisher. Publisher is nothing but, say suppose I'm sending a data. I connected a sensors and I'm sending this particular data to that master. Okay. So here what I'm writing here. So I'm connecting to that particular master. Okay, which is nothing but ESP32 master. So if I've successfully connected to that, okay. So what we say, then I'll get a messages like serial dot println. Okay, so else, so if I didn't connect to that, so what I need to do? So let me print a statement like failed to connect, failed to connect, and then I'll display that written code. Okay, like what is the state of that particular connection, why it didn't got connected. So here RC is nothing but written code. Okay, so what is the error? So previously in the ThinkSpeak program also we displayed some error codes like. So what is that error? Why it is not connected? That thing will be displayed over here. So here let me print like to know why it is not connected. So for that we need to have like a client to dot state. So state is nothing but why it is not connected. The status will be displayed over here. Okay. So what I need to do over here. So I'll display a message like try again in 5 seconds. So I'm giving a grace period of 5 seconds. So I'll give a delay of 5,000. Okay. So this is how we are going to connect to that particular master. Okay. So through MQTT. Got it. So coming back to here, once it is got connected, then what we need to do? Mm, What we need to do? So, okay, right. Once it got connected, then we'll get a message like connected. So if not, it will show that particular status why it is not connected, and for every 5 seconds, it will connect. Okay. Then I'll make it in a loop. Right. So this should be connected all the time. So here there is a method is there which is called loop. So I'll try to use that particular loop. Okay. Then here I need to send a message, right? So for that I'm taking a string. Okay, right now I'm not connecting any sensors. Just I'll try to connect a message, send a message. So here like hello from master. Okay. So here client. So here I need to publish this, right? So client dot publish. So here I'm using this method called publish using the topic. Okay, and the message. I told you, right, through topic we need to send this particular message. So that particular message, but this MQTT does not understand this particular message. So I need to convert that into C format. So I'm using C underscore str, which is used to convert into C format. Okay, then after that nothing is there. So println message sent. Okay, and what is that particular message we sent, that will be displayed in our monitor. So see delay of let me give you like 2000. Okay, so this is the what we say message which we are going to transfer to that particular subscriber. Okay, got it. This is a very simple code, I guess. Nothing, just how we are going to connect with the Wi-Fi. In the similar fashion, we are going to connect with this ESP. Sorry, with using MQTT protocol. Okay, understood? Any queries in this? Any queries, guys? If you have any queries, you can ask. Is it clear, guys? So right. So this is from one end. So we are trying to publish this particular data, right? So here this is a publish. So using this publish, we are publishing this message. Okay. Uh, we using this particular topic. Okay. And here we wrote some logic over here to connect this who are what we say MQTT server. Okay. Fine. So let me write one more code for subscribing. So I'm taking a new one. Okay. So similarly, okay, let me copy the same code will be the almost the same, nothing new. Right. There are little changes are there. Fine. The same code I wrote here in this particular subscriber. Okay. So I'm using the same topic, same SSID, same server, etc., etc. So, but here at this particular point in the setup after connecting, so we need to use a method called set callback. Okay. So what is that? So client dot set call back. Okay, like a callback, I'm passing a callback as an argument. So this is the only which we need to use in our subscriber part. So let me write what is this. So this method sets a callback function that will be called whenever a message is received on a subscribed topic. Okay, whenever a new message is received, okay, that will be received by this particular setback function. Okay, fine. So this is a void setup, the Wi-Fi program, And again here also we need to use this loop. Okay, fine. So that's it. Then just we need to write this particular callback function. Okay, so what is this callback, etc., that we need to write. So in the loop we are not publishing any data over here, so just me remove this. Okay, so here we need to write that callback function. Okay, so let me write here. So void callback. Okay, so here I'm topping some these are the arguments like topic and byte, what type of message we are receiving. Okay, and unsigned I'm calculating the length also, because we need to know, right, at what is the length of that particular what is a message. So I'm just using that. So after that, whenever I received that, I'm going to print that. So message arrived. Okay, so what is the message I received, that I need to display over here. Okay, so right, so serial dot print of topic, from which topic I'm receiving it, serial dot print okay, and here I'm writing a for loop. So int to display that particular message. So int I equal to 0, I is less than or equal to length. Okay, and I plus plus. So serial dot println. So I'm using character and message of I. So for each, every and everything that will be printed. Okay, so that's it. Okay, this is the callback function. So whenever a new message got received, that the message will be displayed. Okay, so got it, guys. So this is the program. So let me show you this, both programs side by side. Right. So almost the same, but only a few differences are there. Like, so let me explain one more time for an understanding. So let's recall what is this MQTT. So MQTT is works on a publish subscribe architecture. So publish is nothing but the message we need to publish, and the subscriber is nothing but the data will be subscribed. Okay, say suppose master and slave. So the slave device will publish some data and the master device will receive that particular data. Okay, so the slave is nothing but slaves will have some what we say census data. So that census data we need to push it to the master. Okay, so the master will receive that particular data. So here I'm not using more what we say slaves. I'm just using one slave and one master. So here the publish slave is publishing, right, say things that this program. So to the left side, this is the data which is publishing um like from publisher side. Okay, so here that this is a subscriber. Okay, subscriber is nothing but the master. Okay, fine. So here, how to publish? So first of all, there are two libraries are there. One is Wi-Fi and PubSub client. So that is an MQTT. So we already know Wi-Fi program. So this is a Wi-Fi and SSID I store that. And for PubSub client, I need to enable my server. So this is an open source server and I'm creating a topic. Okay. And I created an object. Okay, similarly, I created an instance for PubSub client and I connected my Wi-Fi program. Okay, and if I wrote Wi-Fi program and connected to that particular servers using a port value called 1883. Okay, so here also the same steps I used till here. Okay, after that, okay, in the loop, what I did, I'm trying to connect to that particular Wi-Fi server. Okay, so attempting to connect MQTT server. Okay, so here I need to do a change. So here it is a slave. This is slave. Okay, so this we need to connect to, this is master, right? Like whatever the subscriber, we need to connect to this master, and this master need to connect to the slave. Okay, right? So here master is nothing but the subscriber and the slave is nothing but the data who are pushing the things. Okay, right? So once it is here, this whole step is nothing but trying to connect to that particular MQTT server. Using MQTT server, we are going to connect to the master. Okay, and here I am trying to send a message like a hello, like to the master or something. Hello. This is a subscriber, right? Hello, hello, master. Okay, all right. I am using that particular topic and I am sending this particular message using this publish. Okay, then here for the subscriber, we need to call a callback function. Okay, so subscribe, we don't have a method called subscribe. For that, we need to have a what we set callback. This is a method which we need to use to read or to subscribe that particular. So here, this is a callback function which we need to mention. So from which topic you are receiving it and displaying that particular message. Right. So that's it for this particular program. Let's try to let me upload this to different ESPs and let's check whether it is working properly or not. Okay. So meanwhile, if you have any queries, you can ask me and give me a couple of minutes. I'll try to connect my hardware and check. So I connected a one ESP. So this is a Node 32 and 8 COM port. So I connected it and let me upload this. First, I'm uploading one program. Okay, later on I'll try to upload the other program. So first of all, we need to compile the sketch for any errors. Compiling will take a couple of seconds, so let's wait until the code compiles and check for any errors. So there is no error. So the code is uploading to one ESP32 module. So here, okay, code is uploaded. So let me, I connected one more module. So this code I need to uh, upload to that particular. So let me connect the board. So here node 32S, and here COM8 is the previous board. COM3 is the R in this one, which I connected second time. So here, first of all, let me upload. Directly click on upload. So if there are any errors, that will be shown. For compiling, it takes a couple of minutes of time. So let's wait. So code is compiled and there are no errors. So the code is uploading to that particular uh, module. Okay, right. So both codes successfully done. Let me open the serial monitor. Open the serial monitor in both ends. Okay. So we gave right, and here we need to set the baud rate. Okay, just a second. So this is a different baud rate. We need to select the same baud rate. Okay. So why it is not connecting? Okay. I didn't turn my hotspot on. Just a second. So I forgot to turn my hotspot on. Okay, right. Let's check. Okay, let me click on reset one time. There is a reset button is available, so I'm using that reset button. Any error? Just a second, guys. I did a mistake over here. So my username is wrong. This is capital N. So that's why it is not connecting. A small change or name chain error in that particular username also or password, it won't connect. Okay. So this capital N, but I gave you small n. Just let me re-upload the code. Okay, I'm re-uploading the code. There is a small error in that Wi-Fi username. And now you can see over here that Wi-Fi is connected and attempting for MQTT connection. Okay, so here also you can see Wi-Fi is connected, attempting to MQTT connection. So it is connected. Okay, so connection is happened. So we need to, okay, it is failed. Okay, attempting to connect. So this program is executing over here. Okay, and it is connected. So this device need to send a message like hello master, and the subscriber need to send. So attempting to connect, I don't know why it is failed. So we need to, it is trying again. So there is some error in that Wi-Fi MQTT connection, but here it is showing it is connected. So let me reset it one more time. Yes, you can see message sent. Hello master. So attempted computer and MM master is sending that particular message. Now this need to receive that particular message. Let me reset it one more time to make sure. Attempting connected, and we need to receive that particular message. Sorry, again I did a mistake over here. Topic is the same, right? Same topic. Just a second, let me check why the message is not receiving over here. Or back character topic. Okay, I guess this is an error. Think just give me 1 second, guys. I'll just try to check the error. Right, I forgot to add one step over here. So we need to write like subscribe to that particular topic. So client to dot. So that we need, I forgot like client dot subscribe of topic. So we need to subscribe to that particular topic, right? So just a second. Let me upload that again. So just a couple of seconds, guys. Attempting to connected, failed. It is failing. So you can see hello message master, why it is coming in this way. Okay, fine. Here I used ln, so that's why every message is coming in this particular format. So his message is printing in this. So let me use one more thing like serial dot println, a blank one, so that it will go for blank. One more time, guys. Sorry. Let me re-upload it. Now we'll see one more program so that you can understand clearly if you have any queries in this. So attempting to connect, message sent, attempting connected, and right. So message arrived from that particular topic. What is the message? Hello master. So you can see this is a message sent, hello master, and here we received that particular message using that particular topic called hello master. So like that, from this, the data is publishing and the subscriber is subscribing that particular message like hello master. So here we successfully use this MQTT protocol to transfer the data, and using this MQTT protocol, we subscribed that particular data. Got it, guys? Any queries in this program? So we can use this to transmit the data from anywhere to anywhere. Okay. So this is a protocol we generally use it in our um, IoT applications in more. Okay. Is it clear, guys? Any queries? Any queries? If you have any queries, you can ask in the chat box. So at least let me know that you understood it or not. Okay, fine then. For instance, let me disconnect my modules. Okay. So say suppose you'll have a query like what happens, what if I have two slaves? So how can I connect it? So very simple program. Let me use the same code and I try to explain it. Okay. So this is what we say suppose first slave. Okay. Like okay, fine. So this is my first slave. So same query is a same code. So here let me write a code like here hello master. Uh, this is from slave one. Okay. So after that, the same things. So we need to publish that particular topic. So here, right? So for every 2 seconds, the data will be published. So similarly, so in the place of the string, if you are using any sensors, okay, so like a DHT sensor or any sensor, you need to convert that into a single string format. Then you need to append it to like in this particular form. Okay, fine. So just I'm using a small message, but we need to send it in a single message. Not you can say suppose DHT sensor, you have humidity and temperature things. Road. So whenever you connect DHT sensor to parameters, humidity and temperature parameters will be will have these two parameters. So what you need to do is you need to append these two, humidity and a temperature, in a single string, and then you need to convert it. Okay, you need to transfer. Okay, so this is one mess from one slave. Okay, so here we are using ESP32 module because ESP32 module only has this Wi-Fi connection. So Arduino doesn't have this particular Wi-Fi connections, right? So only we can implement it in ESP32. This is code for ESP32. Okay, so let me go for one more. Say suppose this is my one more slave. Okay, right. So this is from slave to, say suppose there are two slaves are there. So let me find. Right, I'm just splitting my screen. What is this? This is slave. This is slave two. This is slave one. Okay, fine. This is slave two. Okay, fine. I just wanted to show you three codes simultaneously. So from master, from slave. Right. So this is from slave one. Okay. And right. So this is a master connection. We have callback. So this is master. This is another. So this is the master. So the same code for this particular two codes. So these are the same. This is slave one code. So this is hello master from slave one, and this is hello master from slave two. Okay, fine. And this is the main master program. Sorry, this is the subscriber or the like master subscriber. So this master is subscribing. So what we have to do here, we need to create couple of things like so one topic. Okay, right. We need to create a topic, right? So just a second. So from slave one, so this is slave two, this is slave one. So here we need to create uh, a unique topic. Okay, so this is topic one. Okay, say suppose topic one. So this is like okay topic. No need to topic one over here. So like here we need to mention like slave one. Okay, so this is for slave one. Okay. Similarly, this is for slave two, right? We need to create one more topic, okay, which is nothing but ESP slave two. 32 slave 2. So two different topics are created over here. For slave 1, I created topic like ESP32 slave 1. And for slave 2, I created ESP32 slave 2. Okay, two different topics are created for two different slaves. Okay. And coming to the master, so here this is a master, right? We have a callback function. So this is a master. So here topic 1, so what is that particular topic one? So say suppose, sorry, slave one, this is topic one. So I'm storing one uh, topic two. So ESP32 slash slave two. So two topics are saved in the master device. Okay. So after that, what we need to do here, we need to subscribe to that. So using topic one, I subscribed, and also I need to subscribe uh, topic two. Understood? So that's it. So we need to subscribe both the topics, and then you can use this. So I don't have three devices with me. I have only two devices that we already seen. So when if you have to subscribe, you can subscribe. You can check this particular code. This is a very simple one. You can execute on your own self. Okay. Clear with this, guys? Any queries? So this is generally we use this in our program. Okay. Any queries, guys? If you have any queries, you can ask me. So like that, we can use multiple slaves. Using multiple slaves, you can work on that. Okay. Is there any queries? And this is for slave 2. Let me close. Okay. This is slave 1. Right. Is it clear, guys? I hope if you have any queries, you can ask me. You can use Python code also. You can use this if you know Python. I mean Python. You can also work on this particular Python. Okay, fine. I hope it's clear. So let me go for a new topic. So which is nothing but Raspberry Pi. So how many of you know about this Raspberry Pi? Have you heard about this Raspberry Pi before, and have you worked on this particular Raspberry Pi? Please give me some inputs, guys. Okay. So let me discuss about this Raspberry. This is also one of a good module which we generally use for our projects. But according to the cost, it is little more expensive. Okay, let me discuss that. Fine. So just like Arduino and ESP32 Node MCU, so Raspberry Pi is also a popular one. Okay, so let us discuss this. So this particular Raspberry Pi, it is a small computer board. You can see over here. So this is the board. This is the Raspberry Pi. So this is a small computer board, which is a size of almost like a credit card. But it was developed in UK by Raspberry Pi Foundation. Just initially, they developed it to promote the basic computer science, computer teachings in some school. Generally, in Africa, they don't have previously at that particular in a 2 decades before. There are not fully developed. They can't even have a enough money to learn about this computer. So for that, they developed this particular small CPU, okay, to promote that basic computer teaching in the schools. Okay, it was the first sale is in 2012, but till now, by February 2024, by last year, almost 61 million Raspberry Pi devices got sold. So right now, in our Indian railway systems are also using this particular Raspberry Pi for the ticket counting displays. Okay, so they are using this particular Raspberry Pi. Okay, so that's what this is so popular. Okay, so this is Raspberry Pi. It is just like a computer, desktop computer type of things. Okay, and you can also work like with headless. Okay, so you can see over here. This is a general desktop computer. So in general, we have a monitor, keyboard, and a mouse, and beside that, you'll have a huge CPU. So this Raspberry Pi can replace that particular huge CPU. Okay, you can see this Raspberry Pi is acting as a mini CPU. Okay, so now there are some advancements in that is almost equal to your CPU. Previously, like there are versions are there. Previously, we call this Raspberry Pi as a mini CPU. Okay, but nowadays the advanced version will call that as is exactly equal to your CPU. Okay, whatever things you are working on your CPU, okay, on your laptop, in the same way you can also work on this particular Raspberry. That much more capacity is there on this particular Raspberry Pi. So let us see what are the projects. Pi Face, they work developed a project. So like Google Calendar, you can use it. Tablet, you can develop a tablet using that particular Raspberry Pi. Even a mobile phone also. Okay, and this Pi will be acting as a media center. Okay, it works as a web server, and you can play some games in Raspberry Pi. You can install, and you can even develop a supercomputer using this Raspberry Pis. Again, also surveillance. You can learn programs in this. Okay, and here you can see real-time object recognition using Raspberry Pi. Okay, there are some cameras integrated using that object. What we say, this is a camera and this is a speaker. Whenever object is detected, it will let you know. So we can develop so many applications. So you can see these are you can write your programs, you can create your own electronic projects, web servers, you can build home automation, local servers, gateways, private. Even this Raspberry Pi will be acting as a MQTT broker also. You can host that. Okay, many things are there, many things. Okay, generally this pi will be acting as an intermediate or just like a gateway whenever we discuss like gateway in the sense master device. Okay, we discussed this previously in initial classes, like we'll have a gateway master devices. It will collect the data from the slaves, and that master device you should have the capacity to control or to do some analysis of the collected data from the slaves. So this particular Raspberry Pi exactly suits for that particular purpose. Okay, so as I told you, this is just like our CPU. So in CPU, what can we do using all the data we can do on this Raspberry Pi? So you can see we discussed like Arduino, ESP32, so we can connect some sensors. The data will be pushed to this particular what we say Raspberry Pi. And this Raspberry Pi also having this Wi-Fi enabled things, and Bluetooth is also available. So if it is a shorter distance, you can connect via Bluetooth or some what is some wide connection or Zigbee like of things. But if it is little long, it is out of that particular Bluetooth range, then you can see use MQTT. So we saw right how we can use MQTT in our just previous programs. So you can develop that MQTT protocol, and this data will be collected data from these but devices will be transmitted to the Raspberry Pi, and this Raspberry Pi will be acting like a gateway, and it may do some analysis or a basic pre-processing things can be done. Okay, in this Raspberry Pi, and after the pre-processing, you can push the data to server or a cloud platform. So this particular Raspberry Pi will have that particular capacities. Okay, so this is an high-end module. Okay, so but coming to the cost, this Arduino and this Node MCU will comes around like 350 400 rupees, but this particular Raspberry Pi, as the features are more when compared with modules, it will comes around 6,000 or 7,000. Okay, so at your home, if you have a normal TV, you can connect this particular Pi and you can turn it into a PC. Okay, so you CPU costs more, but Raspberry Pi costs a little less. You can develop convert that. Okay, fine. So that is the capability. So these are the different Raspberry Pi boards. Okay, not all boards are available right now. So there is Pi 400 or Pi Pico is also available. Okay, and with okay, in Pico also there are different versions like Pi 4 Model B. Pi 5 is an advanced which is released in 2023. 400 is available. Okay, so remaining all are not available there. They are discontinued. So Pi 4, Pi 5, and Pi Pico are available over here. Okay, let us know first the latest version Raspberry Pi. Okay, so this Pi it comes with some new features. So it is twice fast as its previous version, which is nothing but Pi 4. Okay, so it is the first Raspberry Pi computer to feature silicon design in-house in Cambridge and UK. Okay, so these are the different things which are there on this particular Raspberry Pi. Fine. So here, these are the just like our CPU. Just compare with your CPU, so it will be easy for you. So this is a gigabyte Ethernet port where you can connect your LAN. Okay. So it's suppose up to gigabytes. There are some USB slots are there. So if you want to connect your mouse or keyboard or any external like camera, you can connect it with USB cameras. You can connect to these things, and you can connect a if you say suppose if you have a bus type of cameras. Okay, in our mobile phone, whenever cameras are there, the cameras will have that bus address bus like type thing, right? So you can connect to that even for the displays also, like tablet or a mobile phone. There are some strip type of connections are there, so you can use these slots. And here we have two micro HDMI ports, it means that you can connect two monitors. Okay, we have micro HDMI ports. So generally we have our monitors will have HDMI ports, but this board is having micro HDMI. It means that you can use a converter, and then you can connect two monitors. Okay, as you know that we can split our monitor screens, right? In the same way, you can connect two monitors. So we have a USB-C power supply, and here we have a power button. Previous versions doesn't have any power button, but in Pi 5 they included this particular power button. So power button is just like our CPU will have a button, right? Similar kind of things. So there are PCI interface are there, and these are the GPIO pins. I told you, right? GPIO. So nothing but general purpose input output pins. Okay, and we have a processor, and graphic interface is also available over here. So here you can see this is a processor BC72712, and this is a RAM slot. So different types of RAMs are available. So just like our mobile phone, whenever you purchase any mobile phone, you come across like 8 GB RAM phone or 16 GB, same model, but the RAM will be differs, right? Similarly, the same pipe, but you can avail with 1 GB or 2 GB, 4 GB, 8 GB. So depending of the RAM size, the cost will be varied. Okay, fine. These are the few things. So here we have uh, a dual band wireless and Bluetooth support is also available. Okay, and UART connector, etc., etc. Okay, right, fine. So these are the key features. Just I'll go through this with in a faster way. So you can have 2.4 gigahertz of quadro core 64-bit ARM Cortex. Dual display output will be there. Dual band Bluetooth is available. 5.0 BLE is available. High speed micro SD card interface can be things. Okay, these are the key features. We have two USB 3.0 ports and two USB 2.0 ports. So it will support Giga Ethernet. Okay. Camera slots are there. Okay, 40 GPIO pins header. These are the GPIO pins. 40 are available, out of which few are power pins and few are general purpose pins. Okay. This is a This is a comparison. So Pi 5 is an advanced one right now. If you want a full sophisticated Pi 5 with all the things, then it costs little bit more. Like you'll get it like up to 12,000, like 10 to 12,000 cost. But suppose if you want to implement any machine learning models with much in a using image processing, if you want to capture within high-end applications, okay, so you can choose this particular Pi 5 and Pi 4, guys, for high-end applications. So this is more useful in real-time exposure, okay, in real-time scenarios. Okay, so this is about the chip select BCM2712. Okay, I'm not going deep. Let me skip this. Okay, so this is a Raspberry Pi 4. Okay, 4 also having the same thing, but little cost is little bit less when compared with the Pi. It's the same features. If you see, the same things are available over here, but power button is not available. So the processor is little bit less. It is BCM2712, but the Pi 5 is adding 27. Sorry, this is 11. That is 12. Okay, and these are the same options are available. Okay, same kind of stuff. Okay. So here you will have an audio jack, but in Pi 5 you doesn't have any audio jacks. Okay, fine. So if you carefully remember, so till now I didn't discuss about the ROM. Okay, I only discussed about the RAM. Okay, like there are 1 GB, 2 GB, 4 GB, 8 GB RAMs are there, but we don't have any ROM over here. Okay, whenever you purchase. So what we have to do is we need to install this particular ROM externally. That is the only thing which we have to do on this particular Raspberry Pi. So in this particular, as I told you, this is a processor. and we need to have an operating system also. Okay, so we need to dump this operating system into this ROM, and then we need to plug in this particular ROM into this particular Raspberry Pi. Okay, so here, how what type of ROM we need to use is nothing but you need to have an SD card. Okay, at the back you will have an XD card slot is available. So just lot only the SD card, you know, right? The size of an SD card is very small in size. There is a slot is available. So you need to dump your operating system into that particular SD card, and then you need to insert that SD card to your Raspberry Pi. After inserting the SD card, you can turn it on and you can work on that. Okay, so that is the thing which we need to do. Okay, in the market, whenever you buy this Raspberry Pi, also you'll get this SD cards pre-installed with this operating systems. So you can also buy that. Okay, but that will cost little expensive. But you can also do your uh, dump your operating systems, because whenever you buy, that will come with the original operating systems, which is nothing but we use Raspberry Pi operating system, that is the original. So if there are some third party applications is also available, you can use the third party applications like Windows 7, 10, or some other third party operating systems are there. You can use that also. Okay. So here let me explain how to dump this operating system. So for that, we need to have an SD card and a card reader. So after that, what you have to do is you need to download a software, which is nothing but Raspberry Pi Imager, okay, which is available in the site. So you need to use that particular imager to upload your operating systems. Okay, you can choose any one operating system. According to your operating system like Windows, Mac, or Ubuntu, you can download accordingly. Okay, once it is installed, you need to choose an operating system first. So there are multiple operating systems are available over here, but they recommend you the main operating system, the official operating system, which is nothing but Raspberry Pi OS. Okay, so we'll get a 64-bit also, and here also there are 32-bit, and other is for the 64-bit. Okay, you can use that anyone, and then you need to select the SD card which you purchased, which you inserted, and click on write. Okay, so then that operating system will be directly dumped into that particular SD card, or else you can do some settings over here. So these settings is are like advanced settings, okay, which will configure the host name, SSH, Wi-Fi, and some other things are there. So let us explore that. So here you can set that as host name. So what is the name of this particular what we say your Pi? Okay, you can give a host name, and you can enable SSH. Okay, so if you're not using any desktop if you're not connecting any computer, so you need to disable if you want to use SSH. So secure shell, that is what SSH means. Okay, so and you can set your Wi-Fi also. There are advanced things are there, so you can give that secure Wi-Fi settings. Okay, and then you need to select the country and time zone options are there. After that, doing all these extra additional settings, you can click on right. So it will take some time, and then you can see that operating system will be dumped successfully. Okay, so after that, what you need to do, you need to insert that SD card into your the slot of Raspberry Pi, and then you need to plug in all that what we say is HDMI, power switch, mouse and keyboard, and then you can use this. So for initially, if you are using it for the first time, you need to have all these particular things like what we say mouse, keyboard, and all the stuff. Okay, and then you can see this is a screen which you can see after connecting all these peripherals. Okay, and you can see this is of Linux based. So you can see it in a Linux format. Okay, right. So you may have things like, sir. like we don't want this monitor type of thing every time to work on this Raspberry Pi. So then you can use this SSH. We already seen in here how to enable this SSH over here. So if you use SSH, then there is a software is available, which is nothing but SSH stands for secure shell, which is we can establish a connection with another computer securely. Okay, this SSH all data via SSH encrypted. Okay, so it's based on Unix shell. Okay, so there is a software is available like Putty. Okay, so using this Putty, we can access that particular Raspberry Pi command shell or terminal window. Okay, so whenever you install this, it will ask the host name or the IP address. You can check anyone and select the SSH and open. So then you can see this is the terminal or command shell which will be displayed. So as you know, Linux will be of commands, right? So using that particular commands, you can write a program or you can do all the stuffs. Okay, and this is the first one method. There is another method is also available like a real VNC viewer. Okay, there is one more thing like real VNC viewer that you need to install that real VNC viewer in your Raspberry Pi. And once you install that VNC viewer, there is a software called real VNC viewer. You can download it in your system, and using that you can directly access the complete Raspberry Pi. Just like your desktop, you can access that particular Raspberry Pi and you can work on that particular things. Okay, so like that you can do the programming, you can install machine learning models, you can install Jupyter, Collab, all those stuff. Then you can work like how we are working on your systems. Okay, so you can remotely collect that particular data using this SSH or that another method like VNC VRPR, and you can work. Okay, like that you can use this particular Raspberry Pi for your applications. Any queries till now, guys? If you have any queries, please let me know. If not, I'll explain you how to use this GPIO pins of this particular Raspberry Pi. Let me know if you have any queries in the chat box. Okay, right. So let me explain you the GPIO pins. Okay. So there are this is a GPIO pins. Totally we have 40 GPIO pins are available. So 40 GPIO sensors all are um digital pins only. Okay, you can see. Uh, so these are the pins. So GPIO pins are available. So these GPIO pins will be used to connect any sensors or different types of things. Okay. Um, so let us work on this particular GPIO pins. So there are several ways to refer this. First of all, as we all know, right, whenever we are writing a code, so we use like pin mode, right? So this pin mode is used to know to tell that better what is the what pin which pin you are using for which purpose, like that we are going to use, right? So similarly here also there are a couple of ways are there to call. So here there are to call these particular pins, there are two methods are there generally. So one is with calling with the name. Okay, so with the name, so what the name is nothing but the name which is known for GPIO numbering or broadcast numbering, and the other one is the corresponding pin physical number. Okay, so for example, let me show you. So this is the pin number, board number, and this is the pin numbers. Okay, so these names are given by Broadcom. Okay, Broadcom in the sense this is the one which provided this particular Raspberry Pi. So here this Raspberry Pi like Broadcom is produced this particular processors. So they have their own names, which is they call it as GPIO 14, 15, 18, 23. And this Raspberry Pi will call that as a board names, this 1, 2, 3, 4. So say suppose if you are using 8th pin. So you need to set first of all with which how you are calling this using a board Broadcom number or the board number. Board in understand Raspberry Pi board. Okay. So if you are calling with the board, you can call with this particular pin with 8 number. If you are calling with the Broadcom numbering, then you can call with 14. So that thing you need to remember. Okay. So there we are having other peripherals interface are also there like I square C piece, SPI, UART, right? That things we can connect. So there are multiple functionalities is also available. Okay, the name and that particular functionalities. So right, so these are the different things you can get it, and we can connect I2C communications, so inter integrated circuit. So it is nothing but the synchronous multi master multi slave communication protocol. Okay, and there are two pins are there. We saw this I2C whenever we are connecting this LCD to Arduino. Okay, there will have a serial data or serial clock SDA and SCA. So using that we are we can connect, and we have SPI is also available. Connect multiple peripherals to the same bus interface. Okay, and UART communication is available. PWM pins are also available. 4 PWM pins are there. Okay, to vary the brightness of an LED. We already seen this, right? To control the motors, etc., etc. We have 4 PWM pins are there. ADC pins are not available over here. So we need to have externally, we need to connect. If you are connecting any analog peripheral. Okay, one wire pins are available. PCM pins are PCM is nothing but pulse code modulations. So that is also supported. Uh, PWM is different. TCM is different. Pulse width modulation and pulse code modulation. Okay, and EEPROM is there. So these are the different extra features which are available in this particular Raspberry Pi. So let us see one program. So in generally this Raspberry Pi, the official Raspberry Pi operating system will comes with Python IDE, which we call it as a Tony IDE. Tony. Okay, so this is Python. So generally we use Python coding for this particular Raspberry Pi. So here let us see one program how to control this Raspberry Pi pins using that Python. Okay, fine. So here, say suppose I connected to GPIO 14 pin. So you can see GA14. So there are two names are there, 8 and 14. Okay, right? I connected an LED to that. So a basic program. Okay. So here, there are two ways are there to control this particular LED. One is generally in the previous ESP32 also I told you these things. So like the ESP32. So here Raspberry Pi. So we have some libraries are available. Using that particular libraries, we can directly access the basic components like LED, button, LCD, motor, etc., etc. Or else without using that particular library, we can write our normal coding part. Okay. So using library is nothing but the GPIO 0 library. So this is the library which we have available to control some pins. Okay, right? So using GPIO pins, this is how we need to install that. So here you can see from GPIO 0 import LED. So if you import this particular LED, then you can directly access right to which pin you are connecting. Okay, and just make like to make it on, give an LED dot on. If you want to turn it off, LED dot off. Okay, so for a blinking of an LED program. Okay, they're very simple. So just call that particular library GPIO 0 and import LED. and just give a number like to which GPIO pin you connected your library, sorry, your LED, and it mentioned that, and while of true, like LED on and LED off with 1 second of delay. Okay. So there is some other way is also there. If instead of LED, you can also call digital output device. Okay. So digital output device into which pin you are connected. So like if previously we like LED 14. So we given that particular number. So here instead of LED, you just write for digital output device, as this is an output device, right? LED is an output. So here also you can call digital output device and give a number and write this particular functionalities. That's also work in the same way. Okay. So if you want to toggle, just use LED dot toggle. If you want to blink, LED dot blink. These are the options are also available in that particular library. Which library? LED, GPIO 0 library. So these are the benefits of using that. So let me explain without using how we can program. Like here, we know first of all we need to include that library, like Raspberry Pi GPIO. This is the library. I'm renaming it as GPIO. And first, next thing is we need to set the package, like what mode you are using. Are you using board mode or BCM mode? Board mode means you need to call with the board names. If you are using BCM, you need to call with this BCM names. Okay. So right, so general, like how we use digital write or analog, right? In the same way, if you want to write the program, GPIO dot output pin comma data, pin number and the data. Okay, read the data, GPIO dot input, from which pin you want to read, that pin you need to mention over here. There's a simple like digital read and digital write. Okay, so here this is a program. So for an LED program, so a Raspberry Pi GPIO set mode, setup, and output true and false. Okay, like high and low. Here we are using true and false. If you, this is a switch program, so same thing, output and input, and you can work on that. So very simple thing. So you can also use PWM pins, as we all know that there are 4 PWM pins are available in Raspberry Pi. You can use that. Okay. So this is how you can use. Okay, little bit, if you want to use PWM, so you need to use duty cycles. Okay, fine. This is all about that. There are some other pulse or blink program is also available, like switch. Okay, this is a button comma switch. Button is using GPIO library. When button dot when pressed, LED on. Button when released, LED off. So this like this simple statements we can write the coding part. Okay. So if you want to connect any analog, then you need to use an IC. So using that particular IC, which is MCP308, you can connect an analog peripherals. Okay. Um. So that's it about this particular Raspberry Pi introductions or overview of Raspberry Pi. Is it clear, guys? Any queries? If you have any queries on this particular Raspberry Pi, please let me know. So this Raspberry Pi is a little high-end module, okay, where you can use OpenCV software, you can use SQL softwares, etc., etc. That you can dump and you can work on this particular Pi. Okay, you can include machine learning models, you can use data science techniques. Okay, you can develop codes, you can interface, etc., etc. You can do all this stuff. Okay. If you have any queries, you can push your queries in the chat box. So I'll try to clear all this. Basically, we use this in IoT only, not in other fields. Okay. Most of the cases, Raspberry Pi is used in IoT applications, high-end IoT applications. Okay, say suppose let me tell you one example. Like just a second. There is like image processing will be there. Like say suppose Tesla car is there. Okay, so not a big end, like a lower end of image processing. Whenever something images coming in between. Say suppose you are using a smart attendance system. Okay, so it should recognize your face, and based on your face recognition, it need to identify that you are so and so person, and your attendance should mark. Okay, for this type of applications, in generally we use a system. Okay, instead of that, we'll go for this Raspberry Pi. So this is a very small in size. You can develop this in a what we say in a device type of things. Even though at your colleges or something in offices, your attendance will be marked based on that particular facial things, right? If you remember that, in that that type of applications, you can use this particular Raspberry Pi. Okay, so in general we use the data will be stored in that particular server, but here the data you can connect to the cloud, and you can attendance will be marked like at so and so time this person came, and the so and so time this person left the college or left the office. Like that you can develop this. Okay, for this type of high end applications, say suppose there are sensor machine learning models, you can deploy it like an calculating an average in sorry planned diseases. So like that you can use this Raspberry Pi in more cases. Okay, any other queries? Using this, we can develop many what we say things, guys. Using Raspberry Pi, we can develop the many projects. I explained only one or two. Like you can also go for any more. You can install, yes, you can install it in robots also. Okay, like even though it's contactless doorbells, dustbins, many are there. Okay, water pollution monitoring, you can insert underwater things are there. You can develop a drone. Okay, many things. You can even develop a kisok. Okay, facial discussions, recycling vending machines, wheelchair you can develop a wheelchair, weather reporting, air and noise monitoring systems. There are much more are there. Okay, you can develop anything. Is it clear, guys? Right. So if you have any queries, time is there. You can ask your queries. So that's it for today. In tomorrow's session, we'll try to discuss some other topics, because if I start now, it won't end. So that's why I'm asking you. If you have any queries, you can push it, or else we'll close the session. Mostly in tomorrow's session, we'll try to see like how to push data to AWS cloud. I'll just give an overview, or even for Azure. Okay. Okay, then, if you don't have any queries, so let's wind up this session. Thank you for attending. See you tomorrow.
Yes, students, I believe that everybody marked attendance. If not, please mark it. And I'm going through some chat box. So, if you're asking about the last date, so today is the day 13 of this training program. So, tomorrow will be the day 14, and on Monday, we'll be having the last day. Yes, 14th of April. Yeah. Yes, and on the last day, we'll be having the MCQ assessment test as well. Okay, children, thank you so much, all of you. Bye bye. Take care.